Hi there. Want to say a few things about a new conversation. It's spring. New stuff is everywhere. So it's a good opportunity to start thinking about the new stuff for ourselves as well. I've been in a really incredible leadership program, and through that program, I'm learning some new stuff, and it's got me inspired to do some new things, and I'm getting great stuff out of it. So I want to share a little bit of that, and I've got 3 steps that I think work really nicely for having a new conversation. With the new, there's an opportunity to show up fully. I am right now building a business, and this is new for me, and I'm excited about all of the potential and the things that I can create in my business. And a big part of what's important there is for me to show up fully as myself. Um, there's a Buddhist nun here in America named Pema Chodron, and she talks about all sorts of stuff. She's great. I have a bunch of her books, and I can't recommend her enough. But one thing that really sticks with me is this concept she has of don't bite the hook. And the hook is the habitual pattern that we go into. So if that's in relationship, if it's in conversation, it's the thing that we tend to do, and we get stuck and we go through that same pattern again. So this call to a new conversation includes a call to not get stuck. So those 3 things that I want to point out are, first, just noticing. And that's a big, big win for a lot of people. If you get that far and you can notice the patterns, notice where you get stuck, notice where you get into conversation with people and you find yourself playing a role. There might be a victim role that is appealing to you, or something that you've practiced in your life, and just noticing how that comes up is a huge part of having a new conversation. Um, there could be, for many of us, um, times when we just want to avoid certain types of conversations. And so we do a run around those conversations, those connections. That's another pattern to notice. So that first step in a new conversation is just noticing. Um, the second step is just trying something new there. So I have had some opportunities for that in the last month, where through this leadership program, through a project that I had to do there, worked um, with some people that I may not have connected with otherwise, and I know that pattern wise, they might be people that I would have avoided. And for me, the learning has been, I can lean in, I can show up as myself, and I can have a different kind of conversation with them. And for me, there's also a huge learning in that I can have that difficult conversation, and I can say the things that for me might be uncomfortable, and I know that I can be there for it. And there are a lot of people out there who can be with that too. So there's something big, big learning, and a whole lot to gain from the ability to stay with a person. See that that person matters. Look for the ways that they do matter, and really try different ways of being. And the third one is just to do it all over again. It's sort of like your shampoo bottle with lather, rinse, repeat. I don't know why they don't think their product works the first time. This is different. You need to do this to be an engaged person, and it's something to experiment with, to keep trying, keep noticing how you're showing up, where you're biting the hook, where you're getting charged, and seeing where you can do something different. You got an opportunity, you've got a chance to try something new and different, and it's spring, and I'm talking to you. All good reasons to give that a shot. And the last thing I want to say is, make sure you do it with kindness. Make sure that you're good to yourself in the process. Notice those things that are um, are hooks for you, and lean into them. Maybe don't avoid them, and consider what you can do. What can I create from this space? So, not to say, ugh, I'm doing it again, this is horrible, but to say, there's that. What would I like out of this instead? What would I like to do differently? Um, so think about that new conversation that you want to have. Think about the ways that you can show up, how you can create something different, and consider what is it that you want for yourself. Happy to talk to you about it. Get in touch. Let me know. Thanks.